Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about my favorite skincare discoveries that I made in 2019, and I also thought that it would be fun to check in on my 2018 favorite skincare discoveries and see if I'm still enjoying them, if I found something better. If I do let out the occasional lisp, it's because I do have Invisalign, and some of you noticed in my last video, I'm still getting used to it. It's honestly not as bad and as uncomfortable as I thought it would be. I watched a ton of videos in preparation. I'm really impressed with the results so far, and it's something that I had been contemplating for years, and I'm very, very happy that I took the plunge. If you're also somebody that was considering it, if you care about my input, it's been a really positive experience for me so far. Yeah, that's my quick tooth update. If anybody cares, let's start with skincare. So I have discovered some products in 2019 that were wonderful, wonderful products. Some that I know will be staples in my routine for a very long time. The first being a cleanser, and surprise, surprise, another Jordan Samuel Skin product. It's a cleanser, and it's the Jordan Samuel Skin Matinee Gel Cleanser. I am a big fan of Jordan's first cleanser, the After Show Treatment Cleanser. I've been using that for about 2.5 years now. I use it on and off. This is such a good gel cleanser. It has a little bit of salicylic acid in it. It's water-based. It is a gel cleanser. It does not foam at all. And the first bottle that I purchased in 2019 was the old formula, which was really nice, but you needed a lot of product. It didn't have as much slip to it, so it was kind of hard to spread. But he has reformulated it, so now you can get a little bit more out of a smaller amount, which is nice, which means that a bottle will last longer. And it's I just know that it's going to be a cleanser that I will repurchase over and over and over again. In terms of my favorite cleansers, in terms of my favorite gel cleansers, I like Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. I like this, and I also like the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. So if you like the Glossier or the CeraVe, I think you will like this as well. It's along the same lines, but doesn't leave a film on your skin the way the CeraVe does. And it doesn't smell like anything. So the Glossier smells like roses. A lot of people don't like that scent. I think you'll really like this if you like things along the lines of what I mentioned, but love it. The ingredients list is amazing. It's really soothing. It's great for any skin type, but especially if you're combination oily, if your skin is prone to congestion. This is great because it does have that salicylic acid in there, which will kind of clear your pores. So big fan of this. I'm really happy that I discovered it in 2019. In terms of serums, I have discovered a couple of new serums. New to me, they're not new really. I don't think either of these were released in 2019. The first is the Biologique Recherche Placenta Serum. This smells so bad. I feel like I say this about every Biologique Recherche product that I mention on my channel. When I first bought this, it didn't smell like anything, but it gets more pungent. But this serum is really, really good if you're somebody that is acne prone. It helps speed up the skin's healing process after an acne breakout, and I have found it to be really effective. Sometimes I apply 10 drops all over my face, depending on the situation. If my skin's feeling inflamed and there's a lot of redness and I just want things to calm down, it's a really nice healing serum. And I can use this morning and night, just right after cleansing. I find that it doesn't interfere with any other products that I'm using. It never makes my skin tingle. It never makes my skin feel dry or sensitive or anything like that. It just helps reduce that redness and flakiness that tends to appear right after a breakout is healing. And it just kind of helps speed up that process. I think out of all the Biologique Recherche liquidy serums that I've tried, this has been the only one that I feel like has met my expectations. Then the other serum that I really fell in love with in 2019 is the Hydration Booster from Indeed Labs. This is a really beautiful, milky, hydrating serum. It contains hydrating ingredients, a lot of humectants, and it's a product that you can use by itself, or you can mix it in with other serums. If you have a serum that you love using, but you feel like it's not quite hydrating enough, if you feel like it needs an extra boost, you can add a couple drops of this in there. You can add this to a moisturizer if you want to maybe make it a little more loose if you have a really rich moisturizer, for example. So I like the fact that you can kind of mix and match, but most of the time I just use it straight up. I apply 3 drops in the palm of my hand and kind of spread it all over the face. Has a beautiful silky finish. I like this and the Jordan Samuel Skin Hydrate Serum. I don't have the Jordan Samuel Skin one with me right now, but I will repurchase and just kind of alternate it with this. Then in terms of eye products, I have found under eye products that I have absolutely loved in 2019. And the first is a spring summer eye cream. It's marketed as an eye gel, but it has more of like a lotion texture. I used it up. I don't have it right now, but I mentioned it before. I mentioned it a lot during last summer, and I will definitely be repurchasing it this summer. It's the Bioderma Sensibio Eye Contour Gel. I think that's what it's called. I will have a picture of it on the screen just so that you know exactly what it looks like. That was incredible. That just gave me exactly what I wanted in the summer. Just really nice, bare bones, hydration, soothing. I love the packaging of it. It was really travel friendly. For fall, winter, when my under eye area gets a bit more dry and I want something a bit more nourishing and more cushioning, this is what I've been using and I love it. This has been the richest, but also the least greasy eye cream that I've ever tried. I don't like really, really heavy, greasy textures under my eyes. This is that perfect balance between very rich and moisturizing, but it does not leave a greasy residue. It just does the job. It gets to work and it doesn't leave a residue. It doesn't interfere with makeup. I can use this morning and night. Absolutely love it. Like the ingredients list a lot. It's the SkinCeuticals a.g.e. Eye Complex. Love it. Doesn't smell like anything. And I don't know why I keep smelling it, but I really, really enjoy this. And I think if you're looking for a new eye cream and you want a more hefty texture, I think this is great. I bought this because a couple of women that I really, really like on Instagram, women whose recommendations I really trust, they have had great results with this. I decided to give it a try. I've been using this in the morning. It's the Bioeffect EGF Eye Serum, Revitalizing Anti-Aging Eye Serum, and has this really cool like rollerball applicator. It's very nice and cooling. And this has actually done a really nice job at helping to firm the eyelid area. If you're somebody that's noticing a bit, just a bit more loss of elasticity in your eye area, this product might be worth a try. It is really expensive. If possible, I would recommend maybe waiting for a Sephora VIB sale. They do carry this brand on Sephora, but I am really enjoying it so far, and I have noticed an improvement in the elasticity of my eye area. I can't say that it's like, wow, I woke up one day and my eyes were really nice and tight. I was like Bella Hadid. It's not going to, you're not going to wake up in the morning and it's going to be like you got an eyelid lift, but there is a discernible difference in my eyelid area when I started using this, and I'm very happy with it. So for me, this did not disappoint me. It kind of delivered what I was expecting it to deliver, which is really great. Another eye serum that I haven't repurchased yet, but I will because it's another one of my Hall of Fame eye care products is the NIOD Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. I might alternate between this and the NIOD and then this and the Bioderma going forward. But between those 4 eye care products, I honestly can say that my eye care needs have been met and I'm not really tempted to try anything new for the time being. I'm really, really happy with those products. Those would be my recommendations in terms of eye creams and eye care. Last thing that I really loved in 2019 that I will definitely be repurchasing in 2020 is the sunscreen. I think you're probably sick of hearing me talk about it, but I discovered this at the beginning of 2019 and it's been a firm favorite. I have repurchased it, but it's a better summer sunscreen for me. If you're somebody with oily combination skin, you want a really, really nice mineral sunscreen, I definitely think that this is worth a try. It's the SkinCeuticals Physical Fusion SPF 50. It has a bit of a tint to it, but it doesn't really give you any coverage whatsoever. I think they just added the tint to kind of mitigate any white cast that would be left behind. It contains titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which are ingredients that can leave a white cast, but it does not leave a white cast for me. And even though it feels really weird, it has almost like a dry oil texture. When you're first applying it to the skin, it can look really shiny. But if you just give it a few minutes to settle into your skin, it actually just leaves a really nice natural satin finish. It also sits nicely under makeup. I was able to wear it under makeup all summer long. I never found it to be weird or to interfere. The only times I've ever had issues with it have been leading into fall and winter when my skin was more dry. So I would recommend this more if you're like normal, combination, oily for the summertime, because if you're somebody that struggles with dryness and dry patches, this can kind of accentuate those. Another SPF product that I discovered in the summer, unfortunately, it's a skincare product that you can only purchase in Europe. It does contain sunscreen filters that are not FDA approved, and they're also not approved by Health Canada. So you cannot buy them in the United States or Canada, but you can buy them freely in Europe. I purchased this in Italy when I was in Italy last summer, and I purchased a couple of bottles to bring home with me because in terms of sunscreen touch-up products, I have tried a lot and I have not loved a lot as much as this. And this is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios SPF 50 Anti-Shine Invisible Fresh Mist. This is such a nice touch-up product throughout the day. I love the size. It's very purse-friendly. You can just add it in your bag and touch up your sunscreen throughout the day. I love it because it does not disturb makeup whatsoever. It's truly an invisible mist with a bit of shine control. It's everything I need in a sunscreen touch-up product. Apparently Bioderma have one that's really good too. I tried to find that while I was in Europe. I wasn't able to. The ones I have tried in North America have been the Supergoop ones. There have been a couple that I've tried and I hated the scent. Then I tried the Coola one. I've tried a couple. I've tried an SPF 30 and an SPF 50 Coola mist. Kate Somerville apparently has an SPF touch-up spray. I think it's SPF 50. I think it's called Uncomplicated. I might try that. We'll see. But so far, I've been really happy with this. I wish it was readily available in the United States and Canada because I would be repurchasing this. I really, really liked it. And now let's look back at my 2018 skincare discoveries and check in and let you know if I'm still using them. The first thing that I mentioned in that video was May Lindstrom the Honey Mud. I would absolutely still have a jar to show you if it hadn't been temporarily discontinued. Unfortunately, May Lindstrom Honey Mud was discontinued early in 2019. They took it off the market in order to reformulate it. They had some issues with like bacteria growing in some of the jars. May Lindstrom is an all-natural organic skincare brand, and obviously they can't use traditional preservatives. So they're kind of working on improving the formula, and I'm hearing that it will be back at some point in 2020. I will definitely be repurchasing and testing it out. Hopefully it's still just as magical as I remember it being, but I really do miss that product, and I think it's an amazing product. It's an amazing cleanser mask hybrid. The other thing that I loved in 2018 was Biologique Recherche Le VIP02. I still have it on my mind. It's a really, really great milky cleanser with lactic acid, salicylic acid, a ton of really, really nice skin brightening ingredients, and it's milky, not foaming, gentle, but exfoliating at the same time. I have not repurchased it yet, but I would repurchase it. It's in terms of active cleansers that I've enjoyed over the years, that one is amongst my favorites. I'm just trying to be more mindful. I used to have like 5 cleansers open at a time, and I used to just kind of rotate between them. I'm trying not to do that anymore. I'm trying to just take things like one at a time. Just have like a morning gel cleanser and then have like an evening oil cleanser. So I don't have any room for it in my routine right now. I do have other products I'm trying to work through, but I would repurchase Biologique Recherche Le VIP02 in a heartbeat. The next is the Jordan Samuel Skin Hydrate Facial Serum, which I briefly talked about in this video already. I love it. I will repurchase it. I'm planning on just alternating between that and the Indeed Hydration Booster. Maybe I'll use the Jordan Samuel Skin in the evening and then this in the morning, since this is more silky. The Jordan Samuel Skin does have a little bit of a tacky finish, or I can mix them together if I want to get really crazy. But yeah, love it. Will repurchase. The next favorite discovery from 2018 was the NIOD Copper Amino Isolate Serum. I actually did repurchase that once in 2019 and used it up completely. I love it. I will repurchase. It didn't help out the post-breakout healing as much as Biologique Recherche Placenta, but it did give me like a bit more firmness and just nicer skin texture overall. So I do miss having that, and I think that maybe this year I will repurchase the NIOD and use that in the evening and then use this in the mornings. So I have not forgotten about NIOD Copper Amino Isolate Serum. We'll definitely repurchase. I did enjoy that a lot. The next thing that I mentioned in 2018 is the Rejuvi Q Flavonoid Complex. That's one of the skincare products that I cannot live without, which sounds really dramatic. Definitely have repurchased. It's something that I've actually have not been without since 2018. As soon as I'm getting low, I purchase a backup. And I love this. It's a face oil. It's kind of like the only oily product that my face can handle on a regular basis. I use this in the summer, in the winter, it doesn't matter. In the wintertime, sometimes I use it in the morning as well. I actually mix this with my hyaluronic acid serums. So I mix it with the Indeed Labs Hydration Booster. I was mixing it with the Jordan Samuel Skin Hydrate Serum. It's just phenomenal. In the summertime, I just use it in the evenings. I just add a tiny amount of it in my hydrating serum after cleansing. Right now in the winter, I'm using it morning and night if I feel like my skin really needs that extra love and care. I use it on my husband if his face needs a little bit of extra love and moisture. It's just an incredible face oil loaded with vitamins and nourishing ingredients. It helps improve the strength of the capillaries in your skin. It helps reduce redness. It's just amazing. So we have the Paula's Choice Azelaic Acid Booster, which I don't have, but I do still really love it and I would repurchase. I feel like, I guess this kind of replaced it for me this year, but it wasn't the same. I feel like they did similar things, but they weren't really the same. I feel like the Indeed Labs No Acid Pads were just help with skin texture and kind of eating away that dead skin and helping reduce dry patches, whereas the Paula's Choice Azelaic Acid Booster helps more with congestion. I have not repurchased it yet, but I will. It's still in my mind. All the products that I have loved that I discovered in 2018 were so good. I would repurchase them all in a heartbeat, but I am trying to be more mindful, and I do love trying new things here and there, but it's been a pretty solid couple of years of discoveries, and I feel like as I'm going along, I'm really honing in on favorites and products that I'm really happy with that really work for me, so that makes me really excited. The last thing that I mentioned in 2018 that I had discovered was Bioderma Matricium, which I have. I have a box of it under my sink. You can only really get it in Europe, I think. I have a lot of friends and family overseas, and every time I have a family member or friend that goes to Europe, I have them pick me up a box, or if I go there to visit my family, I end up picking up a box. So I always end up having one in my stash. I haven't been without it since 2018, and I love it. It's such a great healing product, and when I had that contact dermatitis on my eyelids, that was like the only skincare product I was able to put on my eyelids that did not sting and didn't give me any reaction. It just instantly felt super soothing, and it helped my eyelids heal faster. It's just loaded with ingredients that your skin needs in order to regenerate. I've tried sending messages to Bioderma US and Bioderma Canada asking when we were gonna get Matricium, but nobody responds. They just left me on red and just hurt my feelings like that. Those have been my favorite skincare discoveries of 2019, as well as my thoughts on my favorite skincare discoveries of 2018. In retrospect, this was kind of boring because I liked everything. I was hoping to look at my 2018 list and be like, oh no, I don't like that anymore. This is way better. But actually, all the products I mentioned in 2018 are A+. Some of them, obviously, I'm still using. Some of them that I will repurchase in a heartbeat. So that was it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to know what skincare product you discovered in 2019 that you will definitely be bringing into 2020 with you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging out with me and watching my video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.